Hello. I am trying to go live on Facebook as well. Oh, it is live. Okay. I can't see you. Can't see. Questions. Ask a question. Video clipping. Okay. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started. Hey, I'm Erica, and today I'm going to talk about the 3 tools I use to streamline social media content creation and posting. So, yes, I'm Erica Johnson, the CEO, Creative Director, and owner of ePartners Marketing, which I've owned since 2016. We help small business owners with marketing, design, and public relations. I also studied marketing at University of Central Florida, and I have 8 years experience in the industry of digital marketing. Who am I? I'm a mom, I'm a CEO, and I'm a blogger. When you think about social media, how do you feel? I find that people usually feel one of 2 ways. Either they're frustrated, confused, want to pull their hair out, and feel like they have no time for social media at all for their business, or they're really happy and excited when they think about promoting their business on social media. I can't really see anyone's comments or anything, so I have no clue if anyone's even here or anything like that, but okay. It's time to take back your time and have peace when it comes to social media. Today we're going to talk about streamlining content creation and posting, 3 awesome tools I use, and a few bonuses. Step 1 in the content creation process is planning. So, what are you going to say this week, month, or quarter? If you're just getting started with social media for your business, I would say plan a week at a time, then a month at a time, maybe even a quarter at a time once you get the hang of it. And you want to really plan the post based on, that brings me to the next point. You want to break down your plan into bite-sized posts for your audience. Why I love Asana. So Asana lets me brainstorm, have a central hub for all my photos and videos, content. It lets me assign tasks to team members, and I can track the progress of those tasks. So if someone's job is to edit a video, I can see if they edited the video when we needed it. If someone else's job is to make the thumbnails for the video, I can see if they made the thumbnails. And then it lets me and my team have a whole brain dump of all the ideas we want for that month. For example, if they are a wedding venue and they want to do a spring type of theme for spring months, then we would have that special board where they just brain dump. And then also assigning tasks to every team member. So you can do all of that inside Asana. So here's a little quick video. Hopefully it'll play. Oh, it's not playing. So basically you can see the different boards. So there's a to-do, there's in progress, and there's done. And as the different tasks get done, you can move them across so that you can know what still needs to be done or what needs to be revised, so on and so forth. In real life, so our client, we had different themes for her each month, but within each week of that month, she had different topics that she would talk about on Facebook and Instagram Live. So this is Dr. Tiffany Williams. She used her message for the month to share wellness tips, answer questions, and inspiring stories with her audience. And we managed her whole project inside of Asana. Step 2, after you plan your content, you then want to create your content. So the first thing you want to do is make sure you know what you're going to be saying, and then the next thing is you want to create it. Or design it, I should say. So to create content, especially when you're first getting started, I would say block off 30 minutes to 1 hour to curate or create your content. So curating is when you go and find content that's already made that you want to use for your brand. And it can also be pictures, video, it doesn't have to be just still image content. And then the creation is the designing of the content pieces like flyers or special text posts, quote posts. So design programs that I used, currently used, or I've used in the past are Canva, PicMonkey, Photoshop, and Adobe Illustrator. So I put, and I loved it. Now an insider secret is that templates will save your life. These are templates that I made for a fashion brand. She was either in Canada or the UK, I can't remember. But having a template for all of the different type of posts that you have are really going to save you a lot of time. And I also offer Canva templates on my Etsy shop and inside of my ePartners marketing business as well. Another hack is stock photos. So let's say, I know that a lot of you are photographers here, so if you don't see your photography studio here, I apologize. But these are ones that I've used and are great sources for if you are just getting started, besides the free tools like Raw Pixel or Unsplash that everyone uses when they're just getting started. So great places to find images are Etsy, Creative Market, Hot Stock Society, or Hot Stock, which I have a membership to, Ivory Mix, Pixie Stock, Style Stock Society, and also Shea Cochran Stock Shop. Now Shea Cochran is super expensive, but the images are beautiful, I must say. In real life, Danny uses his Canva templates that I made for him, custom templates, to share the properties that he has. He's a real estate broker out of Atlanta, and he uses them to consistently and quickly promote the properties that he has on the market, sold, under contract, so on and so forth. So the templates really do save you time. Step 3 is scheduling everything. So after you make all your content, after you plan everything, you want to schedule everything ahead of time so that you have time to actually be social on social media. It doesn't make sense to spend all day hacking away at designing the perfect post only to have no time left over to interact with your audience. So I had another video for Tailwind as well. I'll have to find a way to share it again, but with Tailwind, it lets you pre-plan all of your Pinterest posts ahead of time. So if you want to pin away one weekend and do all your Pinterest pins for the month or the quarter, you can do that. If you have a special promotion coming up where you want to promote all your products onto Pinterest, you can do that. So it works with a Pinterest business account, and it's helped my business tremendously. Why I love Tailwind for Pinterest. Tailwind Tribes is one of the selling points of Tailwind. It's the best kept secret of some of the biggest gurus that you're familiar with. I've seen them in Tailwind Tribes, or it might not necessarily be them, but I've seen their team members in Tailwind Tribes. So if they're using it, it must work. Just kidding. But seriously, Tailwind Tribes lets you network with people that you might not be able to reach otherwise. So finding that information that the guru is putting directly into Tailwind, you can share their content, and then that helps you reach into new audiences. Usually inside of Tailwind Tribes, they have different rules, and so you have to post so many posts to still be in their group. And so that lets you tap into their audience, they tap into your audience, and it's a win-win. And ultimately, it drives more traffic to, thanks Heather. I'm gonna write back a comment. So, she said a comment about Stock Shop. Let me know if I'm talking too fast. Ultimately, it lets you drive more traffic. So, after using Tailwind for Pinterest, it like quadrupled the traffic to my Etsy shop and probably doubled the traffic to my website, which is great. So, in real life, I went from having 22 followers to 268 followers, and the real number that I like to focus on is monthly views. So it helped me go from 2,756 monthly views average to almost 300,000 monthly views. I have had months where it is more than 300,000 monthly views. And the reason that that's important is because that's way more eyeballs on your content. That's way more potential people clicking through to find out more about your business, which is really what we want. So Smarterqueue is the next tool that I love to use. So I love to use Smarterqueue to plan my Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn content. Now Smarterqueue also lets you post to Pinterest as well as Instagram too. So it's really the all-in-one platform, the ultimate all-in-one platform. I've used Buffer before, I've used CoSchedule, I've used Sprout Social, I've used Hootsuite. I was really a big Hootsuite fan. It's like Hootsuite, but on steroids. And the reason I say that is because if you're familiar with Board Booster from a while ago, Board Booster was for Pinterest, and it would put the pins on repeat. Like, I don't know if you remember those commercials from years ago when we were probably teenagers, and they were like, set it and forget it. Well, that's really what you can do with Smarterqueue. You see these 100 posts here, or I don't know, it probably doesn't say 100 posts, but this was supposed to be a video. Long story short, I have the video, or not videos, but the posts on repeat. So I don't have to come in and remake something. It's just there, and it keeps going on autopilot until I tell it, okay, stop talking about that promotion that was last month. Why I love Smarterqueue. So you can upload tweets with different caption variations as well as Facebook posts. So that's awesome if you have a great post that did really well, but you want to share it again at a later date. You can just change the hashtags or a few words around, and you can post it again a month from then or a few weeks from then. And you can actually, inside of Smarterqueue, change that setting to be custom. So it's the all-in-one platform. Like I said, they've added Pinterest, and you can also do Instagram. And I'm going to talk about Planoly a little bit later, and I know it wasn't mentioned in the article, but I can't not mention Planoly for Instagram. So it does have a feature where you can preview your feed just like on Planoly. And then the biggest takeaway, or the biggest aha, is the post on repeat. The fact that it's going to keep running until you say, oh, stop running that offer. The offer's over. So I want to go back to Tailwind really quick, just to say that with Tailwind, you can actually schedule your Instagram post as well. Now, I personally haven't scheduled my Instagram post with Tailwind, but that capability is available. So for Tailwind, you can use it to schedule your Instagram and your Pinterest post, and then Smarterqueue is everything. You can do it all inside there. And if you have a group, you can schedule your group post inside Smarterqueue too. So let's recap. I know I said a whole lot, and like I said, I have to talk about Planoly a little bit. Step 1 is plan. Step 2 is create and curate, because at the end of the day, you probably have a lot of content that you could reshare again or bring new life into. So don't think you have to share brand new content each time. You can always dig deep into your library of content and share it again with a different spin. Hi, Bella. Wait, baby. Wait a second. And also, something that I meant to put in the presentation, but I'll say now, it actually takes your audience 7 to 8 times to see a post before they even realize they saw a post. So never be afraid to share the same type of content or the exact same piece of content over and over again. I do it quite often, and I'll have to show you a later date, but yeah, I do it quite often. And then step 3 is scheduling everything so that you have that free time, you have that peace of mind. For myself and for my clients, I like to schedule content on a Sunday. That way for the whole week it's done. For our clients, we like to schedule a month ahead. So the last week of the prior month is when everything is sent to the client for approval, and they get, a few days to request revisions. But that's how we like to operate. A week at a time, a month at a time, and then sometimes this year I started planning for a quarter at a time, but it was like overall messaging, not necessarily specific post. So your turn. Which program are you going to try? Uh-oh, they're having trouble with the video. Okay, so apparently I'm talking, but there's nothing going on. Let's connect. This is my Instagram, my Facebook, and my Pinterest. I think I might end up having to redo this because something has gone on here, and I don't know what has happened. It's saying something's wrong with my... Oh, okay. Cool, cool, cool. I'm excited. I love Tailwind, so I have a affiliate link. Let me see if I can share a different screen because I do have, actually I'm going to pin it here. I'm going to have to find actually after this live, I'm going to have to find the link that's on my website. It's a private link. And I'm going to share that with the group. That way everyone can, try all these different programs I mentioned tonight, at least free for 30 days. And I would say also just try the program or, try all of them out and then stick with the program that you like. Just because something works for me doesn't necessarily mean that you would like it. And there's so many different programs out there. So just find what works for you, what helps you be the quickest and most efficient, and then stick with that. Thank you for being here tonight and joining me. And like I said, I do have that page on my site that I will be sharing. Let's see. I'm trying to see. It's saying we're having trouble with your video, or they're having trouble playing my video, which I think is interesting. And it's like it's not letting me use any different things. But yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and end it now if there's no questions. I'll give you all a few more moments to ask questions. And then let me just go back really quick and just review the different programs since I'm still on. So the first program that I mentioned for planning the content process is Asana. So asana.com. I don't have an affiliate link for them, but you can try it free. I actually had a free plan for quite some time, but when you add more team members in there, if you want to add your clients in there, you can upgrade, and I think it is, thanks, Heather. Yes, Smarterqueue is such a big secret. If you go to the Apple Store and click on the reviews for Smarterqueue inside of the Apple app, it'll give it low ratings, but I think that's because social media marketers don't want people to use it, and I know that sounds bad, but I've loved it for a little over a year now, and I have no complaints. I really wish that